Mercy Chinwo versus Vincent Martins Otse VDM. Should Christians approach the courts to settle disputes? Well, it's a very interesting question. Of late, very dark man and Mercy Chinwo have been in the public space, the social media space, and even the mainstream media, where it has been one talk or the other. The controversy began when VDM commented on the legal battle between Chinwo and her former manager Easy T, sparkling public criticism of Chinwo. In return, Chinwo's legal team filed a defamation lawsuit against VDM seeking 1.1 billion naira in damages, despite facing an arrest warrant issued by a Nigerian court. VDM remains defiant. Recently, the PFN, Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, intervened, urging both parties to seek an amicable resolution, but VDM has rejected the call for reconciliation. He said he wants the court's process to go on. I don't want to reconcile with anybody. It is going to expose oppressors and the judiciary. The PFN, however, has cautioned against actions that could further damage the church's image, but VDM remains resolute. This spat has attracted the attention of seasoned men of God, one of whom is revivalist Ike Oriaku, a pastor, and he has this to say, that it is growth that will make one person ignore the one who slaps him, while another would take the same person to court. As he puts it, if I slap you and you take me to court, you did not sin. But if I slap you and you ignore it, as Jesus instructs us, it is called growth. But in case you have not grown to that level, it doesn't mean you are not a believer. Maybe another day you will do better. All of us have once or twice displayed immaturity in different areas in our walk with God. But don't look for scripture to justify the immaturity. You know, what is Ike Oriaku saying? He said, the matter you took to court, another believer can decide to take it to God and face the mockery. The insult that made you leave choir can make another person to even be more committed to that same choir. In the matter of growth, some people have grown to the level of not bothering taking it to God to avenge them. Instead, they start asking God to forgive those that lied and cheated them. He emphasized that it is all about growth, and that is the point the church in Africa should be leading us to, if we are really ready to be conformed to the image of Jesus Christ. He said that was the point Moses got to, and he told God to rather remove his name from the book he was writing instead of destroying the Israelites that have been defaming him back to back. How do you see the position of revivalist Ike Oriaku? Even Jesus said something to his disciples. He said, if your accusers are taking you to court, he said, better settle with them on the way. What was he teaching there? Was Christ teaching us to avoid the courts? Or is telling us to resolve matters amicably, just like the PFN is urging Mercy Chinwo, a gospel artist and VDM. I don't know if he is a Christian or a traditionalist, but the call of the PFN is instructive. How will this whole thing portray the church? How will the church be viewed if Christians cannot forgive those who wrong them? Ike Oriaku also had this to say: I have heard it from several vessels of God that the church is about to enter into a very unpredictable season of persecution. But those sitting on the pews and those standing on the pulpits suddenly will begin to feel the heat of the true gospel. Many will fizzle away because they would not be able to stand the furnace that is coming. But to all those who are going to stand to defend Jesus, even in that most painful season in recent church history, a beautiful story will be made out of them. Christians are urged to seek peace. Like Jesus would put it, if it is possible, be at peace with all men. Mercy Chinwo, I think it is proper you heed the call of the PFN. And even if you don't want to, heed the words